Hi everybody, welcome back to Cabin Crafts and Simple Living and to part 2 of my floor cloth tutorial. And as you can see, I had showed you all how to tape off the squares. We'll do a little bit of review. I've used latex paint and house paint. If you use interior, you will need to polyurethane your mat if it's going to be in a high traffic area. If you used exterior paint, I really wouldn't worry about it, but you can if you want to have that extra layer of confidence. Put 2 or 3 coats on there if it's really going to get a lot of high traffic. Use frog tape. My diamonds came out absolutely pristine because of the frog tape, and I burnished it down with my little bone folder. I just went along the edges and burnished it down like that, and it worked really well. So then I have taped off the interior of my design. So I'm not going on the outside, I'm coming up onto the diamonds. So remember yesterday, and I knocked my camera a little bit, I made this little miniature floor cloth. And so what I'm saying is I taped inside. Okay, can you see that? Hopefully. I taped inside the design so I could paint my border. On this little guy, I antiqued it, but we'll talk about that later. So I am not as confident that I'm going to have a pristine line because I taped this down before the other red squares were cured. And when that happens, your tape does not want to stick as well. So that's something you might want to remember. Make sure your squares or your diamonds or whatever you painted is very well cured. Like I made this yesterday, but I came in and I did another coat on the red diamonds today, and so that's why it's not cured. But if you let it dry overnight, it should be cured enough to tape on, and that tape will stick really, really well. So we're going to reveal the border, and we'll see how well. Well, you know what? It ain't bad. It's not bad at all. I might have to go, if you do have, and of course you can see how sloppy this is because this is going to get turned under, so it doesn't matter. If you do have some bleed, oh my gosh, it didn't bleed at all. I'm so happy. I was afraid it was going to bleed. Okay, so there's our design. I don't have any bleed, but what I was going to say, if you do have bleed, you can always take a fine liner brush and just go in with and fix where it bled. So now we are going to flip this whole operation over. And you are going to need double stick carpet tape. And this is, let me measure this. This is 1.5 inches wide. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip this over on its back side. And we're going to measure, of course I didn't grab my pencils and have them handy. Oh, there it is. Excuse me for reaching. We're going to measure 3 inches up all the way around, and I'll explain why in a minute. So 3 inches all the way around. Got to scoot this over so I can be on the table. There we go. 3 inches all the way around. And we're going to draw a line at that 3 inch with my yardstick, or my big gray one over there. So since our double stick tape is 3 inches wide, we're going to fold this in 1.5 inches, and it'll be the exact length of our double stick tape. So I'm just going to draw these lines off. Go all the way, and I'll show you. We're going to miter corners in a minute, and so go ahead and leave that you can see where I went. There's a box back there. I hope you can see it. But anyway, I have used on this floor cloth a very traditional pattern and very traditional colors. I've seen this design in historic homes a lot. And so if you are wanting to do a historic pattern, this would be a good one. Okay, let's get rid of this. I'll probably knock that over at some point in the video and make a lot of noise, but anyway. So now what we're going to do is we need our scissors, and where these little blocks are right here, you see that little block? We're going to cut across that. That's going to make our mitered corners. So I'm going to cut all of the, and if you want to help you to make sure you cut it right, you can use your ruler and make where you're going to cut, make a mark where you're going to cut it, and I will show you that in a minute. I'll lift it up and let you see it. That way you cut it right on the mark. So there you can see I cut across my box, and we're going to cut this part off. I hope this is helping y'all understand. Then when we go to glue our corners down, or our flaps down, we'll have mitered corners. And as I said, on the little baby floor cloths, which I'll show you in a minute, we won't have to do that. So I'm going to cut these off. I should have got my really good scissors, because these are not that great. They're a little flimsy, but they're still cutting through this cotton canvas okay. All right, and we'll cut this one. And I'm at the store today, and even though I really need customers, I hope nobody decides to come in at this time in the middle of the video. Okay, now we're going to take our double stick carpet tape, and we are going to tape it. I'm going to pull this down because I've already used this. It's already mitered. I'm going to put this along the very top edge, and I'm going to go right into that mitered corner. And I hope I have enough tape, because I might run out of tape, but then you'll get the idea. And now I've got to miter, or cut the tape. I've got to cut the tape to match my mitered corner. Cut right along there. Okay. And if you want, you can burnish everything down again. And now the tricky part is peeling the top part of the tape off. Is finding that little corner there to peel the tape off without peeling the whole thing. Let's try this end. This has always been a pain, is trying to find a corner to peel just the top layer of the paper off, but not peel the tape off. It's really hard to find. I think I got it, maybe. Yes. Okay, so now I'm actually going to start in the middle and work my way out. So you can see our pencil line right here. I'm going to fold this over and very carefully work my way down. And again, it helps to have something to burnish it with. And this is extremely sticky tape, so all right, first side done. Now let's do one of our short sides. Actually, I think I'm going to do the 2 long sides, and then I'll do the short sides. Again, we're going to start all the way at the top. I've already got a miter on that corner there for the tape. As you can see, it fits the miter. And we're just going to go all along the top edge. I think you're going to be really pleased with how this turns out. And then we're going to cut our tape right along the edge of that canvas. And then we go through the paper peeling part again. I think I got it this time. Look at that. Oh, I want to make sure what did I do with my burnishing tool? Is it under here somewhere? Yep. I just want to make sure that's all stuck down real good. Okay, peel that away. Again, you're going to start in the middle and work your way to the outsides. Go right on that line. Because this is really sticky. It's hard to pull it back up once you put it down, so just remember that. There we go. 2 sides down. Okay, now we can do one of the edges. And I've already got my miter on this side. And you know, if your miters don't meet up in the back exactly right, that's okay. Nobody's going to see the underside, because sometimes it doesn't, even with me. And I've been making these for years. Okay, let's see if we can peel back the paper. Got it. Try and get this one a little closer to the camera. So we've got our pencil line. You're going to start in the middle and just line those up. And there's your mitered corner. And line this up. And this corner isn't mitered so great, but like I said, it really won't matter because it won't show once you flip this over on the right side. Now we'll do this one. I'm going to have to do this way because that's the way the miter's going. Flip it over and cut. Again, I got this the canvas at Hobby Lobby. But like I said earlier, you could maybe get a smaller canvas that's stretched on a frame, but it's not framed. It's just stretched over wood in the back. And you can unstaple it, and then when you go to finish your corners, or when you go to finish it, you'll just flip over all that side that was stapled. Alrighty. And let's do done. Okay, so here's our floor cloth. Now, as you lay this on the floor, and it's pretty cold up here in my room. I see a little spot I don't like. Let me get that. It's kind of cold up here in my craft room upstairs in the shop today. So as this canvas warms up, it will lay down really nice and flat. It will eventually conform to your floor. So even if you have a wood floor, you'll kind of start seeing the wood underneath it, which is really cool. The one I have downstairs in the shop under my table is conformed to the wooden floor. if you're going to put this, you need to put something on the back so that you don't slip if you're going to put this in an area where people could slip and fall, because this will move around if you don't put some sort of a backing on there, or a rubber mat down underneath it. But this is a very traditional floor cloth. I'm going to show you the two little minis that I did for the dollhouse. This is the first one. This is the one I did the video on, that I hand painted. And I also put some of that antiquing gel on it. You can antique this. I'm actually going to. I'm going to rub some oil-based varnish over the top of it, like a early American stain, and make it look a little older. Here's another one that I did. Now this one, I used little strips of the frog tape. I cut little tiny strips and taped it. I don't know if you can see the difference in the hand-painted. Let me see if I can hold these up. In the hand-painted and the one I used tape on. But on this one, I just did a little dot pattern in the middle. And you can do the same thing with this. You can find some kind of a nice stencil and stencil in your yellow diamonds and have, you know, some sort of a stenciled motif or design. So anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed the floor cloth tutorial, and I hope you'll make some. If you, like I said, if you need to, start small. But otherwise, I think y'all can do it. And if I get another big roll of canvas, then I might make the kits available again. So thank you all for watching. And if you like this video, please, please, please like and subscribe and help me grow my channel. It's just kind of stagnant right now. I don't know what's going on, but it just isn't going anywhere. So if you have friends and family that you think would be interested in this, please share it. And again, thank you for watching. God bless, and have a good day. Bye.